Alright, so today we'll be working on my bike. I'll be doing somewhat of a full service. I'll be changing the oil, putting on a brand new chain, putting on some brand new brake pads for the back. So we'll be getting all that done today. Alright, so you guys are probably wondering what's inside this box. I'll definitely be showing you what is inside the box. Here we go. The first thing is the oil that we'll be using. This is the engine oil. So we got 2 bottles of engine oil. Second thing is we have some brake fluid. We also have some chain lube, good old WD-40. Here we have the front brake handle, which is this, and the master cylinder. Here we have the chain. This is a 520 chain, and it's actually the big bike looking type of chain that I bought. So this is a really good chain here. We also have the brake pads. These are for the back brake. This tool here is called a chain tool. So we'll use this to break the chain and to also use it to install the new chain. This is something additional that I'll be showing you what exactly it is as we go further. Here I have my little toolkit. Alright, so the first thing that we're going to do is to get the bike in place. We're going to clean up all this and get the bike in place. Alright, so we got the bike in place. So the very first thing that we're going to do is to change the oil. Yeah man, that's how we do it in Jamaica. Yeah man. Alright, remember to make the bike warm up at least for 2-3 minutes, you know, just so the oil can flow freely. Alright, so I'm going to take my ratchet handle with my 17mm and I'm going to go ahead and pull the oil drain board. Alright, so while we have the oil draining, let's move on. So since I bought the bike, I never received the thing that should cover the keyhole right here. So I actually got it, and will be just putting this in like that. But what I'm going to do is to put some glue on it so that it can stay down. This is paper glue, so I don't know if it's gonna work, but we'll try. With my rag, bro. So moving on, the next thing to do is to change these worn out brake pads. You're seeing right, you can see there is nothing left, no meat left on these brake pads. So we're gonna go ahead, change these right away. So to change the brake pads, we have to pull out these screws. They are what basically hold the pads in place. Alright, pull these out, and then there are some longer ones inside that we pull out as well. Once these things are out, then your brake pads can be removed. Right, so we got the back pads falling out, which are the ones around the back here. So just try remember how them come out, because they have to go in like a specific way, or you have to position them a specific way for them to go in. So here they are. Look at this. Oh my gosh, this is awful. Watch that. Oh gosh, this is metal, you know. Don't let this happen to you, please. Alright, so once we got the back ones out, we can continue with the other ones. So you have to kind of fiddle with it to get these out. Alright, so here we go. The troublesome part is finally coming out. What I had to do was to pull the back wheel, or loosen the back wheel, and then it created some space so that I could move the brake part, the brake caliper like this, and then this other part came out. Look at it. Awful, like here, so a pure metal. You see? So this is the new pad, this is the old pad. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Don't ever make this happen to you guys, please. This is neglect. Alright, so progress report. So far we've removed the back brake, or should I say we removed the back brake pads. We also drained the oil, and I went ahead and did a little accessory, which was the seat add-on. So we've done 3 things so far, and we have quite a few more things to go. So right now I'm going to go ahead and take a breakfast break because I haven't ate since morning. So let's go ahead and get that done. Shit. Alright, so right now the oil finished draining, so we're gonna go ahead and screw up back the oil drain bolt and pour in some new fresh oil. By the looks of this washer, I definitely need to replace it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do so right now. Alright, so we got fresh oil back in the bike. So now we're going to go ahead and install our new brake pads for the back brake. Usually the first thing that I do is, before putting in the back brake, is to kind of push the pistons away. So I use a flathead screwdriver and I just push them in. So you just create more space for the new pads, because remember, the new pads are gonna have more meat on them, so it's gonna be harder, you know, for them to go in. So you have to push in the pistons to create more space. Alright, so time to install the first brake pad, which is usually the hardest one. So I just push this out, push in the pad, make sure it goes all the way in. Alright, so we got the old brake pads out and the new ones are in. So once you have the new brake pads in, what you do normally is to pump the brake, you know, press the brake so that it builds back pressure, and you know, everything is nice. So there we go, new brakes are in. Alright, so next up is the chain. So we're going to go ahead and put on the brand new chain on the bike, which is this chain right here, and we're gonna take this chain off the bike. So the very first thing that I do is to remove the chain guard, which is this. Oh boy. If you're not working on your bike and you don't get greased up, something wrong. Alright, so the chain guard is on. So you might look at the chain here and say, hey, it's a good chain, so why may I change it? Well, one of the reasons why I'm changing this chain is because of this. Look. You see that? Your chain is not supposed to be moving like that, you see? That's not good. Look at this one. You see it moving? I'm rocking it back and forth. It's not moving. Look at the size. Nice. So that's one reason why I'm changing the chain. Another reason, so the next reason why I'm actually changing the chain is because these little rings here in the center, they are actually, I don't know, but they're moving too much and some of them fall out. If you look at this one, there's nothing there. This little thing here, it's not there on this one. So when I'm riding the bike, it makes a weird sound, like a clicking sound, because it's not sitting properly in the groove here on the sprocket. Alright, so currently the situation is getting the new chain on the bike. So what I did was to pull the back wheel, right, and I screwed these down. So basically what we're going to do now is to push the back wheel up so we can get more, what do you call it, slack in the chain or so. Push it all the way up and then we're going to get the chain off. Alright, just like that. This is the chain tool, right? Boom. I'm going to use this to break this chain. So the chain has been broken, as you can see. It's all separated. The new chain is too big to fit on the old chain like this. Can't fit. So I'm gonna have to just run this through, which is the harder way. Alright, big chain is on. Now what we gotta do is to check to see where we want to cut this chain. Alright, so update. I got the new chain installed. There's the old chain. Yo, this chain is really flimsy. Hey, if you could feel this chain, you would like know that this isn't something safe to ride with. But the new chain is on. After filling about half an hour or so, I had everything put on the master. This is the master link clipped on and everything. So all that's left for me to do is to tension the chain, screw up everything, give the chain some tension, and take it for a test ride, and we'll be ready to go. So that's a chain. And if you don't know how to tighten your chain, I have a video on that, so go ahead and click the card above and you'll be directed to that video.